And that's about it.
Alrighty.
Both Ravens are not required. If you want to do three mechs in the squads or in the squad, you can. But Ravens can go about wherever the fuck they want at the discretion of command because they're quote unquote elite pilots. The mechs that are attached to squads must be near their FTL and are subservient to their FTL. They're basically like a vehicle that you get to command if it was like a BMP or something.
They're like a gambler.
Yep, except it's a single dude.
And you can't ride in it.
Yep. You could ride on it, but I think it would go bad for you.
Ooh.
It'd be a fast way to move, but it'd also be a fast way to the grave.
What are we looking at for numbers? All right.
18 players so far. Yep.
Yeah.
3-man command, 2 Ravens, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and then a short team.
Or we ditch the Ravens and do everything internal.
Yeah, that's kind of
Do
think
we
you could
have
do?
fire teams that
Well,
are willing to
honestly,
deal with
Let
it?
me.
No. Let's get an ASL and
Yeah.
let him decide.
It's going to be up to them. All right. So first off, in case somebody did want to lead this, we do have dibs. I'll start with that. MJ, Viking, and Blevins, and Pillow. Pillow is not here this week, but you guys are cleared a slot. It is unclear if we are taking the mech pilots in the teams or the Ravens. Otherwise, let's get an ASL. They're going to be in charge of the mission. We're going to give you a platoon sergeant should you take the Ravens. But it's looking like you're going to have 2 or 3 fire teams with current numbers.
Fine.
Nice. Let's get the medic. Phoenix, where are you leaning towards on the Ravens or I guess the mechs in general? Do you want them in the teams or do you want?
Unfortunately, I have not done my prereqs for leadership, so I think 1 Raven, 3 mechs, if that's an appreciable ratio.
I think so. Hey. Do you want a platoon sergeant if you're only taking 1 Raven?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Ravens aren't helicopters, they're mechs.
Yeah, correct.
So they're roamer mechs. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
they're
don't
just
do a
on-
platoon sergeant. We'll just fill Raven in where things need to happen.
Got it. Okay. So right now, who do we want to drop in the fire teams though? That's the only problem because right now we're at 5-man fire teams. Assistant.
Yeah,
They are
it's gotta be
okay.
the assistant.
Yeah.
Everything
it.
else is crucial.
Got it. All right. So we're gonna take. Let's get an Alpha 1, 2, and 3 fire team lead.
Bueller.
Good stuff.
A1. Okay. Thank you, Hawkwing.
Moving down to Raven 1. Just a reminder, there was a prerequisite to take these slots. You were required to do training. So just keep that in mind. But moving down to Raven 1, which is just underneath Charlie 3 and just above the Gyps, let's get the Raven 1 pilot. Good stuff. Moving back up to the fire teams, let's fill those to 5. We are not taking assistant auto riflemen.
All right. Ramen needs concierge. He gets to be a
One seal.
CLS. Congratulations.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Taking us in. Nice and smooth. Good work.
Big W's.
W.
Different George W. Bush office this year? In this scenario?
In this scenario, he's still
oh,
the
is he in
president.
office? Yeah,
We're under
yeah.
George
he never left.
W. Bush. He's the
WWE Bush.
Yeah, thank you.
Junior.
Bush Jr.
AKA the Web Bush.
George
I'm Vic
Worldwide Web Bush.
Jr. Vic Jr. His great grandson. Okay, so we were moving along to refinery, CSAT HQ, and then the air base, right?
Those are your only hard and fast rules.
Yep. God, I have to do.
Ninja
Oh,
and Turtle, you guys
at
both
least I
have the mission
recognize
maker mods enabled. You got to turn them off.
Whoops.
Is the red hashed area over the airfield anything important, or is that just saying that this is where the enemies are?
This is where the enemies are. It's like essentially that is the AO of the airfield.
Do ARs need to be given extra barrels?
They're in supply.
It's an
Well,
MXLSW. I don't think you can swap barrels on
You
them.
can.
Change them.
You
Yeah,
can.
You can?
Can you?
It's a new thing,
You
I think.
can.
That's odd.
I guess we'll see.
Makes sense.
No, it
Do
doesn't.
we have intel on the enemy's staging area?
You know that they have mechs, you know that they have armor, you know they have mechanized infantry. Expect the book to be thrown at you.
Oh, joy.
You do have surprise on your side, so the refinery technically is going to be an easy take, but it's unlikely that you'll get to the HQ in time before they mobilize something. You might get to the HQ in time before they mobilize everything, but the faster you move, the better you're off.
Is the administration section up to spec with the Humvees?
The Humvees, the GMGs are not there because apparently they still break the server.
Okay.
Have we tested that after the recent update?
We've not. The note was to just like leave them and add some spares, but Ninja switched them on instead. It's fine.
Yep. Sure.
If we've got time in safe start, or that, it might be worth placing one down and seeing if it causes shit to happen. But with the mech's propensity to move and collide with things, probably not advisable in this particular mission.
The mechs aren't going to cause problems. Because we had a whole mission with like 8 of them running around, and it never caused a problem.
No, I meant more like it turning them off in safe start if people are
He's talking about the
sort of.
GMG.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like it's probably inadvisable to turn safe start off during safe start to test this in this mission.
I have a question. The mechs, what's their range?
What do you mean range?
They have
Like,
a
how far can they
120
engage
millimeter
effectively?
cannon out to 1,500 meters. They have a 30 millimeter Gao 8 that is out to about 1,000 meters, and then they have anti-tank missiles that can lock on. I do not know their range.
They can lock on as far as their radar goes, which is 4 kilometers.
Okay.
Okay.
The limits are generally based on their sighting elevation.
What's our triple R situation?
So basically, the mechs don't work with rearm. They do work with refueling. So what's essentially going to happen is once you get back to refuel, just ping me, and then Toast or I will just watch it, and then we'll keep an eye on when your fuel like caps out, and then we'll rearm you because the fueling probably takes maybe 2 minutes tops if you go all the way to nothing. Which also is a warning. If you are using your booster module on your mech a lot, and if you are flying often, you will have probably a tops of 5 minutes of fuel.
It's an afterburner.
Yeah, it's an after. Yeah.
Yep. So small question. Is the mission designed essentially to where integrated mechs will be very, very vital to supporting infantry?
There's a reason the mechs are in the fire teams.
Thank you. Legitimately just
The-
asking to make sure that was a thing.
The fire team mechs, those are different from the Raven ones, I gather. Are those the Gatling gun ones?
No, they are They are just, the only difference is they are tan, and then the Ravens are black. You both have the 120 mils.
Copy.
Right. They have CSAT has integrated mechanized walkers too.
Assume
Worth
you don't want us
noting,
jumping
mechs.
around in the mechs, right?
You
Until,
can if you want. It is your choice if you want to burn that much
There
fuel.
are consequences.
I'm asking Phoenix because he's leading the mission. Like, do you want us to avoid that until it's like an important thing we need to do?
At present, yes. But I do want that to be something that is communicated up very quickly, and I want initiative to be able to be taken, so let me ponder that.
One thing to advise, mechs do have full optics packages, including thermals.
Yep.
Better thermals. Vanilla thermals are at.
They got the good thermals. Okay.
I don't know if they benefit from the better thermals mod.
They don't have the better. They don't have the better thermals. I've tried to use them.
I literally turned them on during the pickup last week.
Interesting. I wonder if mine rebound.
I tried
did
as
not
well.
work for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Levin's just better than you. Any more
It
questions?
is possible that you have a mod keybind conflict that doesn't let you click it because it's bound to something else in the mech.
Yeah, check if the mech has keybinds.
Nothing from ASL.
All right. Take
Raven is good.
User left your channel.
Ah, you son of a bitch. All right, fine.
Fuck! Okay.
No!
Can I get all fire team leads over by the end of the vehicle row, please?
Okay.
All fire team leads by the end of the vehicle.
I just want to point out my my loading screen tip was avoid
Don't stand right in front of the mech and get stomped. Don't get stomped by the mech. Yep. Wow. Okay, we got a lot of back. So, a little bit of insider knowledge regarding the mechs. Mechs have shit anti-infantry capability.
It's that
So
30 mil that can do it.
It's 30 mil AP.
yeah, the 30 mil has 300 rounds, and
Yep.
it's a chain gun. So
It's
those are gonna
AP,
go.
not HE.
Yeah.
Oh.
So unless you're direct impact and infantry, you're not doing
Okay.
anything to it.
Yeah, it's not an anti.
That's even worse.
infantry.
So honestly, I would. Yeah. Okay.
really,
I don't
they're
see
only
a plan for
credible.
A3 during your refinery assault.
I am looking at it now because I was just reminded of a third fire team. I'm wondering, would you guys think that likely Raven Overwatch point becomes A3 Overwatch? Or do you think we have the distance for it?
No, we
Far
do
for
not.
Infantry,
Okay.
definitely.
Then in that case,
if
let
A3
me
has a
reconfigure
couple
this.
of tow Humvees, then they can still be.
Yeah, I'd rather not
That's-
use the tow Humvees.
that's
I'd
what
rather
I'm
have an
thinking.
anti-infantry weapon than anything else because I do have the mech.
The mechs have the good range, yeah. You don't
Yeah,
need to
the
own
mechs
these.
have the good range. I'd rather have a 50 or even preferably a Mach 19.
Apparently, the tow Humvees also have double the carrying capacity for logistics.
Don't give a shit.
You do. Well, I'll take one in command, I guess.
GMG Humvees. I think it's just HMG and tows.
We
Yeah,
gotta test
that's
them
what
to
I'm
see
gonna
if they-
bother Ninja about. Give me some
Yeah.
fucking.
We gotta test them to see.
Yeah.
Okay, based on this refinery assault plan, I'm thinking A2 is going to be able to get through the lateral west-east line much faster and support both A1 and A3. Does that make sense to y'all?
Yep.
Okay. Not like does that make sense, but like do you think that there are clear flaws with that concept?
I think
only
one
problem I
sector could
have with
probably be a little
the-
shorter, like that.
The
Gotcha.
problem I have with that A3 sector is weird. We have those two
It is.
southern buildings there, are going to require us to either start there or end there.
Move in from
Okay.
Raven Overwatch Point. So you come in and you take these, and then you go in like that. You
Yeah.
come in from
I'm
the south.
Are you
thinking-
going to enter from the north or the south then? 2 and 1. Because this is the entrance on the western side. And
I
they
mean,
have an
west
entrance
is-
here and an entrance here.
We could
think
always
west
use
is
the
probably
mechs to
better.
blow open the walls depending on how big they are.
Yeah, I think west is probably better, honestly. Up to
Yeah.
Phoenix though.
So, okay, you think that entering from the west is probably a better idea. So what I want is A3 and Raven to kind of stage off a similar path.
Yep.
I don't want you to go straight to that staging point, but I do want that to be kind of your area, and then you're just going to cordon off this area. That's going to be A3.
Yep.
And A3 will instead now be supporting A2 and A1. So, one moment. I'm good at drawing lines. Okay, so that way you can set up essentially. One moment while I put another marker on. A3 Overwatch, you're going to just push up to that hill and those rocks if you do not have a reason to support A2. If you do have a reason to support A2, support them, but I want you looking out towards the east because, let's be honest, they're going to be rolling in along that highway.
I'll
A1.
probably put up my mech there and then push the infantry into the refinery itself, honestly.
Okay. Then you're free to do that. A1, I'd like. Overwatch again to the east, and then A2 will have an Overwatch point.
What's up?
Hold on. What?
GMG Humvees.
Oh, do you want to test it?
Yes.
Give me one, I'll test
was
it.
someone saying, hold on to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is A1 Overwatch? That's just the middle of an open field.
That is legitimately be able to look from approximately that perspective. If it's a mech, I'm thinking each of these Overwatch points is going to be a mech.
Is this after securing?
This is
the
after
Overwatch?
securing.
Okay.
You're going to then proceed to be able to Overwatch. I would like you to pull your vehicles back up because that's something that on this very map I've had that problem. So what we will do is our movement plan will go to turn right, and then we'll follow that road. Turn left, and then we'll follow this arrow to a dismount. The furthest you get is the dismount point.
Admin currently, so we'll need to do it.
Once you get to dismount, I want you down. If you would like to keep someone with a vehicle so that they can move it to support, that is.
Well.
Say again?
Sorry, I'm talking to Heyday.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, beyond that, to get to CSAT HQ.
Yep. Move it away.
I think we actually. Does anyone think that that southern entry point, which yes, it's far away, but would that be a good idea to follow that, go the roundabout, and essentially do as much as we can to get outside of most of Farabad and destroy CSAT HQ?
If we're trying to stay outside of Farabad, we could just enter from the north.
We could, but what I'd like to do is actually split forces to where Raven is up here.
Nobody move for a second.
No, please move. I want to see if the server desyncs.
I feel like I could find some pretty long bursts for just checking to see if it worked. You can usually see the shrapnel going great.
Okay, so sorry, what were you saying, Phoenix, about?
Okay. If we go north, I'd actually like to have, theoretically, the AI try and split. To have half of their forces maybe try and come down to the southern entry, and the other half try and respond to the Raven search point that will be doing Overwatch fires upon the CSAT. Does that sound reasonable to you, or do you have a clear reason why it wouldn't be?
I think
I don't
you know,
think
if we wanted them to divert north, we'd have to have an infantry force or something
We
actually
would.
assaulting from the north, which would mean probably at least one fire team, whilst the others would assault from the south.
Then I am going to recommend we do the Farabad entry with Raven Search Point, because they will be able to see as people move, and theoretically Raven can update me so I can tell you, hey, you've got people coming on parade ground, you've got people coming around the roundabout that's just south of Independence Park, or west, good job. That sort of thing. But if you think that trying to outfit the permanent AI in your own way, that's not a...
You have to keep in mind, Phoenix, you have to keep in mind, if we can see them, they can see us, depending on what it is. If me on that hill is all alone, then I'm surely dead, if you know what I mean.
The thing I'm thinking about is, if they have tanks, if they have that, yeah, you don't have our support, so that's a fair point. I'm actually going to ask
grab
that we
anything
do
in particular from any of these boxes before they get
Farabad entry, and we keep you where you can support from Hill 47.
I would say hold off on looting until we can get it loaded into the mix. I'm gonna snag some medical supplies from one since CLS, but
then,
other than that, I'll leave it alone.
You will move around along the infantry to support CSAT HQ from the southeast.
Just keep in mind, this is a really tall fucking building. You won't be able to see anything in this sector.
The idea is that he can cut off this.
This is also hostile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely gonna scramble.
It's gonna. You're turning my back towards the enemy on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's either you turn your back towards the CSAT HQ, which should be fine, so you're protecting our flank rather than anything else. So that technically could work, but I'd rather have you on our side of the river for that, honestly.
Did you guys discuss north?
Yeah, it's either that, Pedro, or getting on the hill here and just provide sniper fire with the enhanced zoom capabilities.
Yeah, but that leaves you only being able to use the 122.
Yeah.
And the tow.
I mean, maybe.
If it works.
Those were extremely finicky.
Motherfucker.
Damn it, Jim.
So A1 is going to clear a compound here. I actually need to redraw this with the right colors, but the idea is I want Raven to be able to move across the river, and yes, this is a flat, but you also can hide it behind buildings and things like that. This is going to go so well, I can already tell.
Phoenix, focus on the individual units instead of Raven so much.
I am. The idea is A1 clears this, and then all we're going to do is attempt
you have a mech
to
in each of the fire
work
teams.
in...
Yeah.
The idea of having Raven as an external support is that you can move much more freely. You're not trying to support infantry. You're trying to support the unit. So I can use you as a spotting source with your optics. I can use you as a fire support source. So I have options, and quite frankly, you have enough distance to, from Hill 47, do things.
Phoenix. I have a wrench. I'm gonna throw it in your plans.
Go ahead.
I do not like the southern route.
Okay.
This is a tight quarter compound. This is another tight quarter compound. Lots of buildings. The southern route has a lot of dangerous variables. The northern route,
the highway is much more
none.
streamlined, except for the mosque and whatever that.
Yeah,
collection of
but
buildings is,
yeah. But we could go north.
Good cover too.
Yeah, go north here, and then just go down.
Yep.
Avoid all of the buildings. These are garages.
This is why I was asking, does anyone see holes? Because they matter.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
If you do that, you could put Raven back on the north on this hill and just have him farm.
See everything, all the reinforcement work. Provide direct fire support if somebody needs it for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hop on hill 188 and just be on your flank the entire time, going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also worth mentioning He can just kind of do what he wants, at least from mission design. I think command can override, but
I'm perfectly fine with you. Those are Raven Overwatch options, are entirely fine. I'm going to actually have you Raven Overwatch. I'm going to move our dismount. I'm trying to see if there's any form of cover that's going to be reasonable. Realistically, there's not. I think a lot of people are going to be breaching along this line, and realistically, I think A3 is going to lead and let A2 and A1 flow up. So, okay, so we've got a path to follow towards CSAT HQ. That's a destruction. Yeah, attack and clear. And then we will extract, if we can, across this bridge. Move there, there. And we will actually come off and attack this from up here.
We could use the ridge here as well.
Yes, we can, and that will be a much more useful idea. Yes.
Sure, we'll be skylining a bit, but
I mean,
the
it's
mechs,
better
we
than
have superior
this.
firepower, I feel.
Yeah, and then for Raven, I think you'll follow the ridge to Hill 143. And you can then move, unless we have specific tasking, at your own discretion.
this red area is not a no-fire zone, right?
No.
Okay, I don't know.
I
I'm
just
gonna
demarked
take
the
that
airfield,
bullshit.
I suppose.
You just said that it's where the guns are.
It's when people were fucking with the airfield lately.
Alright.
What vehicles are the fire team taking?
I would like a GMG.
I think we do
probably
GMGs
are more important for
with
supporting.
Who's going to A3? Actually, I would like you to take a tow.
We can take a tow as well, Phoenix.
I disagree.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Okay.
I disagree
Actually,
because I
yes.
have a mech that has a metric ass ton of anti-tank.
Yes, but I want that not to be lost and have us lose all of our metric.
We have
ass ton,
4
therefore.
mechs.
So I will be taking the tow launcher Humvee. You guys all take GMGs.
Alright,
cool. Thank you for your
Oh, then what squad are you?
Or
You take the triple off, please.
You may
I am A2.
choose one or the other.
Oh.
Phoenix, one Vic
Yes.
per team.
Mank is my mech.
It depends on what will fit. If all of you
Is
will
your
fit
Mac
in
boy?
one Vic, yes.
We're five-man
if
teams.
Not,
I have a suggestion for you, Phoenix.
yep.
Not you as command take the tow.
What's
Humvee,
the what's the
fire teams take
152? Are you guys on
GMG Humvees.
command it?
That's
So we're
what
not
we're
losing
doing.
any-
Yeah, that's
what we
what
said.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's how we ended
Oh,
up.
I thought you said
Yeah,
A3
you're
was
good.
taking.
I did at first, and then they gave me good reasons not to.
Copy, thank you.
All right, go brief fire teams, and let's get ready to step off.
Make sure radios are good for the Ravens.
Good check.
I'm gonna take one of these tow Humvees and put those medical crates in there.
Let me do my radio bollocks.
Guide me backing up here.
What? Yeah.
Never mind. Oh, I got it.
No, you're good. Yeah, about 20 feet. Got about 17 feet.
Is Auckland talking right now?
I
saw his mouth move, but I
about
think that was
to
just
talk.
bonking
I
something.
didn't actually say anything, don't worry.
A1, meet to the southwest corner.
Is this all of us? Correct. Mappy times. Hello, father. Kids.
Oh, motherfucker. So we've got a pretty simple plan to start with. We're going to be dismounting in the oil fields west of the oil refinery, using the oil infrastructure there as cover during the approach. There should be pipeline junctions. We'll park the Vic at the pipeline junctions. Infantry will advance along the pipelines. Once we get to the oil refinery itself, we're going to be diverting up north along the wall to our breach point at the north, and then pushing east across the oil refinery. It's a lot of ground to cover. Take it slow. No need to rush. We've got the mech. The mech will be, I think, a little bit more free on support. Meaning I'm not going to tie you to us at particularly close range, especially inside of the built-up compounds like the oil refinery. You've got.
I don't fancy walking through that oil refinery in the night.
Yeah, you've got the 70 millimeter rocket pod, and you've got the 30 millimeter AP chain gun, and that's pretty much it against infantry. Right, the rest of it is pretty much AT.
It's pretty much all AT. I do have the HE rockets, but the chain gun is all AP.
Yeah, the chain gun is it's usable against infantry. It's just a really not ideal pick.
It's more useful if I need to snipe a couple of guys rather than trying to take out a truck.
It's it's more precise than the 70 millimeter rockets. I'll
100%.
That is the extent of the credit I will give it. It is not precision. So yeah, if you want to skirt around like the north side, take a little bit of an orbit, not an orbit, but a northern flank on us, that might be best.
Try to keep eyes into it while keeping you guys in sight, probably something like that.
Yeah, the oil pipelines themselves kind of run to the south, which isn't great. Kind of funnels us into A3 sector if we're following that. Depending on what the resistance is like while approaching the compound, we might break off, make for our sector early, but only if we're not taking tons of contact.
Cars full, leave the car space for infantry.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. You might even be able to just sneak in through that northern entrance.
Sneak in is going to work in anything in this mission. The giant mechs standing, what is that? 15 meters tall? 10 meters tall?
The element of surprise.
Maybe 8 meters tall, actually. No, 10, 15, I think. 10, 15 meters.
And look, we've got mechs, but none of the rest of us have GPS.
So
I'll just be following you.
Which vehicle are we getting in?
do have GPS. So we're gonna grab the GMG from here, the southmost one that's still in the lineup.
All right, and then I'm gonna go drive
load
that
up
so
as
that
much
we can load
supplies
up
as we can
shit
get.
We're taking one box of this stuff each, or
one of each box, ideally. Yeah.
All right, let's not go and grab stuff. We just need one launcher or one of each?
PS just dropped to like 10. Is it doing that for anyone else? We got a truck coming down the road towards us right now. Looks to be civilian.
Are there civilians in this?
I'm seeing a civilian driving looks like a water truck right towards our way. One at the fuel station to our southeast. Turned around and fucked off.
Everyone, we've got 10 seconds and load up. Load up, load up. Hawkwing, do you want me to send GLs at the two mechs I can see standing in the open or no? Understood. I will just watch then.
the location on those two mech?
7 is the direction.
Those mechs don't look active.
Marion. Be sure to get eyes on infantry on top of the oil tank 120. Confirmed. Hostile. I guess I'll try and throw around over there. How are you doing?
Nothing to shoot at except for infantry. You got infantry at the guardhouse to the left of it. On the north side, northeast side.
Robin's not dead somehow. I ran northwest down the pipeline.
Is that your guys' Humvee that just blew up?
There was. Not dead. Don't know about anybody else.
Also not dead from me and half.
Not dead either. Burning to the northwest on the
I
pipeline.
don't see Hawkwing on the radar anymore. From,
I could use some help northwest on the pipeline. I'm bleeding a lot and on fire.
Do you have any guys want to blow up that Humvee?
No clue. Oh, Hawkwing is very dead. Did we check on Hawkwing? I assume he's dead. He's very dead. He's next to me here. You got the radio? Yeah, 6 radio.
I haven't picked it up yet.
Pick it up at least just to tell them that we're deciding who's going to be it if you don't want to be it. Hawkwing's dead and the rest of us are alive.
Try and get around this pipeline and get over to you guys.
Ramen, how's it going?
Well, I'm giving myself blood and morphine. I should live. I'm hurt everywhere, not surprisingly. I don't have... So let's just kind of deal with it. I mean...
Armored Vic coming out of the refinery. I think it's dead. Yep.
Love it, where you at, bud?
I'm in the air above it.
Right, we're gonna have to start pushing in.
I have eyes on 3 times tanks coming down the road from the east.
Love it, try not to hover too much, it destroys your fuel.
I can't stop hovering, it will not let me.
Love it, are you still the one hovering?
Yes, I cannot stop, I'm stuck in a hover.
Love it, you alive?
Confirm, stand by, I need to talk to God. Did you see what happened?
We know. We know.
Is that happening for other people? Should I just not jump ever again?
I would definitely take that as a hint to maybe not jump ever again if it's going to do that. But I haven't seen that. I forgot I'm hostile.
Oh, I don't have any gear anymore.
But go ahead and grab that mech and use it for yourself.
Alpha 1, how can... There was a bit of an accident with the mech, but we've got a fresh one on the way.
So I think we're just getting ourselves set up down here and all repaired, and then we're going to start pushing in.
I'm going to have to go far back to the west to get around these oil pipelines, so I can't jump over them.
Blevins, come and give us...
That's from east somewhere, not sure.
We're going to need you to support us. We are basically walking out through the open and we've just been shot at.
You can reference the enemy mechs. It's somewhere by those, but not exactly sure where.
Don't know where these enemy mechs are, so I can't reference them.
Okay, the closest really tall tower then. East. For us, it's about 110. For you, it's probably closer to southeast. There's a friendly mech that just fell basically where they are, actually. It's the buildings. Yeah, there's buildings this side of the compound. I think we might have friendlies going inside just now.
They've been taking our section whilst we've been recovering.
That seems fair.
Were you taking fire?
We're not taking fire anymore. It looks like the friendlies up there at the actual compound dealt with it. Or otherwise redirected their attention.
Go around the north side a bit, see if you see anybody towards the bunkers or the building to that side.
Do we want to make for this gap by this vehicle that's destroyed? Like 085 where the vehicle is and knocked a hole in the fence?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna need to stop by that too. I'm basically out of stamina. Friendly's on our right coming up here.
More vehicles coming down the road.
We're gonna be in cover, so that's gonna be you, I think.
Vehicles destroyed.
Very interesting.
Throwing a frag in the next building. Clear.
Yeah.
There were no fire on civilians.
Repeat.
Assume we're not to fire on civilians.
I don't think you should intentionally kill them. Also, I found a man.
Hello, I am the man.
Hello, Matt. The civilian I was worried about turned around and was driving away. I think he took the hint from all the tanks and shit that he should not be here.
You have zip ties, Ramen.
No, I don't think so.
I have eyes on a helo in
I
the
have
air,
three, yeah,
southeast
actually.
of our position, flying to the south.
So you don't have anything to restrain him with.
I'm ready with the stinger.
The guy is wearing our camo, looks to be a captive, and has a gun, and is now in our net and group, so...
Negative eyes on this helo. Is it still up?
It is now going north.
What direction from you is it?
I see it. Trying to
Currently
lock
direct
on.
east.
Shit, it's a little too far away from me right now.
Looks like it's about 3 clicks out.
Yeah, it's slightly too far. The stinger can't get a lock right now. Enemy max coming in east-northeast. Can I hit that with a stinger while he's up in the air?
Probably, but it also probably won't do very much.
Stinger won't lock on.
Good luck getting hit with an N-wall on that thing. Stay in cover from
Up to the northeast, if you weren't aware.
Mech's destroyed.
to the northeast.
That's a friendly mech above.
Yeah, the enemy mech is the column of smoke.
Helicopter just flew into the sun, so I can't get a lock.
Tent is clear.
Let's keep moving slow.
You guys clear the guard shack out there to the north?
Yes.
Remember to throw dots on stuff once they're clear so that other people are aware.
I need a runner to go back to command at Alpha Medic to recover our VIX back from spawn.
I mean, CLS can go if you want CLS gone, but, you know, that's sort of a double-edged sword.
Mortis volunteered sending him.
Hey Hawkwing, when you get a chance, can you choose Become Leader on the Ace thing? So...
Copy, done.
south or are we going east?
Continuing east. Helicopter 088. Low, direct east, moving south.
This building to the west a little bit is enterable and I'm clearing it. Clear.
Meet up on the east by the fuel cylinders, the low, wide ones.
Somebody shot down that helicopter.
Yep.
Is that you?
Yeah, I finally got a lock on it.
Good shit. Be worried about all those disconnects and reconnects?
If they're reconnecting, that's fine, right?
Given the mass disconnect, reconnect, I think they'll probably be back.
I verily heard that Mortis is on his way back with a vehicle.
I would put that one.
Chris, do you copy? Copy, Mortis, east side of compound.
Copy?
Yes, I copy. We're on the east side. Where are you?
East side, I'll pull up to you.
Copy. We're currently on a fuel cylinder near the northeastern entrance to the compound.
You should see a big friendly mech standing right outside it.
I think I see you.
It's a lot easier
guys
to hear now.
to the northwest? I think I should be right on you now.
Yep. Yep, we see it. Evans, how are you on ammo?
The green.
Okay.
Are you concerned that I don't see Raven anymore?
I think he's flying back off behind us.
That is Reaper, which I believe is Alpha 2's mech.
For Raven is back at spawn.
Oh yeah, Raven 1 is gray, way back there.
We probably went back to refuel and rearm. Okay, the other mechs are rearming right now.
Mechs are rearming. Platoon is forming up on our location, and then once the mechs are reconsolidated, we're going to be rolling out.
Time to run to the bathroom real quick.
Probably hop in the Vic so that if we have to drive off, we can, but otherwise, yes.
I'm already in my Vic.
Yeah, you're in the mech. We've got another helicopter far out to the southeast, just dipping behind the hill there.
Hey, Varian, unless you are getting a lock on that, we're going to be moving soon. Gonna have to run up.
Logan's back on stage.
It's just a transport bird. Don't need to deal with that.
Hey, Blevins, since I'm pretty sure this is a divided highway, like all the way, could you knock a hole in it when we start moving?
Could I get the mech to give us eyes on the large tower building to the southeast, bearing 124? Tell us if you see anything in it.
124. There's a helicopter flying past. Looks like there's a couple of guys standing on the roof of it, I think.
Copy, just infantry?
Affirm, 2 times.
Go, dismount, get clear, get spacing. An enemy mech inbound southeast. Try and get to the oil cylinders if you can.
Destroy.
Any casualties?
Ramon's good.
Levin's good.
The variant's good.
Mechs are actually very hard to see in thermals because they just blend in with the background.
Mounting up.
I was going to say, if you want me to throw an HE rocket at that tower out there, I can do that.
Just some light infantry up on the roof. I don't really care about them that much then.
They do look like they're spotters of some kind. I can see one of them has binoculars up.
Copy. Yeah, just the rockets, I've never been able to get them to effectively hit a building-like structure. The CCIP targets the ground and it's easy to overshoot.
Yeah, I'm seeing that same problem.
Even without the wild dispersion that those rockets have, that would be a very tough shot. Looks like 2 and 3 are moving. Are we following them?
I did just blow all of my AP on that mech.
All of your 30 mil AP or the
30
cannon?
mil AP.
Okay. Got an enemy tank southeast. About 150. It's destroyed, might still be hostiles in the area though. I think a friendly mech just went up back behind us. Blevins, you there?
That one actually. Blevins.
What just happened to me?
It's just been sniped by something else.
What did you say?
Was it the tank?
Yeah, that one
I have no fucking idea what just killed me.
It was the tank on to the left of the MSR. It's burning currently.